What is done in the dark is revealed in the light. Nothing escapes the natural law of cause and effect, commonly known as karma. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to natural law. Chance, luck, or miracles are but another name for natural law not recognized. There are many planes of causation. All actions, choices, thoughts, and deeds are reconciled. This lecture is inspired by a very short but powerful scripture from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, and it reads, "You reap what you sow." And so it is written. Since the dawn of time, humankind has believed in or acknowledged a higher power, a Godhead, the Supreme One, the Creator. But the interpretation of that source and its workings is left up to the individual to understand. Much is revealed in nature. The cycles, the seasons, the sun and the moon are all consistent. There is order in the universe. When we are in tune with the physical and spiritual laws, we are in tune with the infinite source, the unseen cause behind visible nature. Nature's laws are God's laws. Natural law governs all that is in creation or in being, and is immutable and unchangeable, and is not a respecter of persons. No one escapes the consequences of natural law. However, you are free to live your life however you choose. But remember that for every action taken, there are consequences, not good or bad, just consequences equal to the action taken. Reverend Brown is the president of the United Metaphysical Churches. He says he's going to write a book one day, and the title of that book is going to be, "I Am the Cause of It All." That is to say, I'm exactly where I am in consciousness, thought, and philosophy of life because of the choices and actions I have made. We are products of our environment. As children, we accept the truths of our family. We learn from those nearest and dearest to us, and many times we get lost in the darkness of human consciousness. We pick up habits and traits that do not serve our highest good. These things must be purged from the soul. They are of a lower vibration. Hate and fear can blind us to the truth of our true nature, spirit. It is time to claim your divine inheritance. It's time to release all that is human and embrace all that is spiritual. How you respond to your life's experiences or challenges can make all the difference. We have the ability to think and make decisions based on our thoughts and our understanding. We usually become acclimated to the physical laws in a practical way. Very quickly, we learn and comply with the physical laws of the land about what we should or should not do in order to assure our physical well-being. When you get your driver's license, you learn the rules of the road to keep yourself and everyone else safe. And if you break the driving rules, there are consequences. If you are ticketed for speeding, you might become angry with the system. You might even say, "Why me? I usually drive safe. I made one little mistake and I got caught." But in your mind, you know that this could have been avoided by obeying the speed limit. No matter their excuse, you are required to pay the ticket. The spiritual laws have the same component, but unlike physical law, there is no traffic policeman to see that you obey the spiritual laws. The responsibility lies directly with you and your conscious awareness. Each person has the responsibility of becoming aware of and learning to live in accordance with the spiritual laws and protect their spiritual well-being as well. Natural law is not taught in schools, but it should be. At least teach meditation, because meditation is the science that will bring about a greater spiritual awareness. It is a bridge that takes you from thinking you're just a human being on earth to knowing that you are so much more. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. No one gets away with anything, ever, ever. On earth, people think they've gotten away with things, They find a really good lawyer who can get them off on a technicality, or who can establish a reasonable doubt, or find a loophole. But when it comes to spiritual law, every thought, every utterance is recorded in the Akashic records, the essence of your soul. All unfair deeds and actions taken will sit on the soul like a rock, waiting to be reconciled so that the soul can continue its progressive path of unfoldment. Acting without thinking, not realizing that the cause you create activates the effect. Before taking action, ask yourself, does it feel right? Is this a good idea? Or would I want someone to do this to me? If your actions are not in alignment with the universe, the effect may be less than positive. Too often we tend to act without first giving thought to the reaction it will create. You hold the key. You have the ability to reason, to change your perception of life and the perception of yourself. We have all witnessed the good, the bad, and the ugly of human consciousness. If you feel that someone has wronged you, let karma do its work. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Release all thoughts of revenge. As the old saying goes, if you're going for revenge, dig 2 graves, one for the person you go after and one for you. But what we do to others, we do to ourselves. When bad things happen to good people, the only explanation that makes sense to me is karma. But think about it. Karma is your best friend. Karma is the great teacher and your greatest fan. Karma is working to get you on the express lane to enlightenment. The life you live today is a result of cause and effect. Your parents' lives are a result of cause and effect. The history of this country is a result of cause and effect. The history of the world is a result of the energies of cause and effect. Everything comes full circle and is reconciled. The life you live now can determine how your next life will be. The actions you take today create your tomorrows. You are the master of your own faith. Awareness of the law of cause and effect will bring about a transformation in your life and all those around you. As we gain in spiritual understanding, our life experiences begin to align and harmonize with the energy of the universe. The opportunity is now. Life on Earth School is a wonderful opportunity to resolve karmic issues. Spirit would rather you resolve them while you are still here in physical form, rather than bring them home and have to deal with them in the world of spirit. We create our own happiness or unhappiness as we live in harmony or discord with natural law. I have heard people cry out, "Why did this happen to me?" Or "Why did God let this happen?" Look closely and you will see it was just a lesson, not a life sentence. We all incarnate on this plane of existence to learn, to teach, to grow. God is not changing. God is in perfect balance, a fixed fact. It is we that are still growing, still practicing free will, still learning, units of consciousness evolving, striving to achieve that perfect balance. This knowledge is incomplete without recognition of the divine spark that lies deeply embedded within you. You are a co-creator with the infinite source that is the universe. As soon as you discover and begin to practice the spiritual laws, you will find that you have opened your conscious awareness to a higher level of understanding. Once you begin applying this wisdom, you will realize you can create a more harmonious life for yourself. Your conscious awareness is the force behind cause and effect in your life experiences. The choice you make is the cause which will create the effect. Make the effects of your causes good and right and true, that your eyes may be open to a deeper truth and bring about a better understanding of your relationship to God. No matter what has taken place in your life up to this very moment, it can all change for the better in a heartbeat. Many of us have been bruised by others. We carry unhealed scars from past experiences. It is essential to your growth to let go of any pain you may be carrying. Forgive yourself. Forgive everyone. Love everyone and free yourself from the cycle of repeated karma, that you may heal and be free to live the life you were born to live. to no longer dwell in the carnal mind of human consciousness, but to live and dwell in the light of spirit. The battle for your consciousness is fought in your own mind. The ego fights for its identity of who and what it thinks you are. It is out of fear that it fights, because it knows that every time you experience a new thought of spiritual clarity, another human label that has been put upon you dissolves. With knowledge comes power, the power to make decisions and choices that will expand your consciousness and raise your vibration. The door to reformation is always open. You can't go back and change the way things happened, but with greater spiritual awareness, you can create a new and harmonious life starting now. Each one of us came into this plane of existence with an agenda. We sign up for certain life experiences that will enhance our consciousness. The divine purpose of the soul is to progress. Once we acknowledge our growing pains, our error thinking, we can move forward. God is not going to judge you. God does not judge you. You judge yourself. Judgment takes place in the silent recesses of the soul. When you transition and awaken to your true nature, spirit, you may ask yourself, what did I do? How did I spend the 99 years I was on the earth plane in the physical body? You may also realize that your life on earth was an opportunity to get it right, to learn, to grow, to be of service, to come to know the God in you and see it in everyone else. You reap what you sow. So if you sow negativity, then negativity will be what you reap. Likewise, if you sow positive things, then positive things will you reap. The universe responds to your vibrational energy. It will give you what you focus on and think about. Think and feel peace, and you get peace. Think and feel joy, and you get joy. If you think and feel worry and fear, and you will surely reap it. Your soul seeks balance. If you abuse someone, cheat someone, betray someone, these actions have a way of finding their way right back to you, like a boomerang. Now is the time for you to stop making life difficult for yourself. Now is the time to allow natural law to be your guide. We must all learn to work natural law to our advantage, to do good things, express love, have compassion for others, and live like the expression of God that you are. You are in charge. Choose to go with the flow of life, not against the winds. See every day as a new beginning filled with opportunity. Open yourself up to a new way of thinking and living. We all survive our karmic lessons. We have within us everything we need, an inner power that is greater than anything on earth, waiting to be activated. Imagine a world where everyone has a greater awareness of their spiritual nature, a world where everyone is treated with respect and love. Imagine all the people living in peace. We would have the consciousness of heaven right here on earth. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. All is spirit, all is love. Amen.
For additional lectures and meditation ideas, visit our website at www.meditatewnc.org. Thank you for joining us.